Kalla here. Welcome to my live stream. Glad you could make it today. So, today, back in Pokémon Violets. It's been a while since I've streamed this, but there's some more lessons at the school that we haven't got around to doing yet, so that's today's plan. Take some lessons, take some tests, see how it goes. Good evening, Miss Kalla. What class would you like to take? I would like to take languages, please. You'd like languages with Mr. Salvatore? Yes. Class will begin soon. Don't be tardy. Language class. What are we going to learn today? My dear friends, how are you all today? Feeling absolutely fantastic, I hope. It's time for Salvatore's language lesson. Êtes-vous prêts? Are you ready, everyone? Êtes-vous prêts? No, we did that one already. You can answer with yes or oui. Oui, monsieur. C'est super. In our last class, I believe I taught you all how to say thank you in other languages, right? In le cours d'aujourd'hui, today's class, we will learn about a certain word sure to make people happy when you use it in your travels abroad. What word, you ask? Well, you'll have to guess. Delicieux. Ouchie. Bueno. Can anyone tell me what these words mean? It's delicious? Wow, correct! C'est super! I knew I could count on you, Kalla. Delicious! Ouchie. Bueno. All of these words mean delicious. Of course, I am not confident on my pronunciation of any of those words. Using the local word for delicious at markets or restaurants is sure to get a big sourire, a smile, that is, from whoever you're talking to. It'll make communication go more smoothly, I guarantee it. People love it when someone says the cuisine of their homeland is delicious. Who wouldn't be, happy to receive such a compliment? And now, apropos of nothing, let me give you all one of my wise words of advice. The first step to smooth communication is to compliment the person you're talking to. After all, it's not very likely that a compliment will put someone in a bad mood. This doesn't only apply to people in other regions either. It's the same for all of you too. You can put this tip to use with your classmates. How about you all try complimenting each other after class? I bet it will make for an ambiance plus sympathique, a more friendly atmosphere. That's all for today. See you all au prochain cours. Next lesson, that is. Adios, matinee. So we've learned how to say thank you, which I forgot. And now how to say delicious. I would now like to take the third languages class. My dear friends, how are you all today? You certainly look fantastic. It's time for another one of Salvatore's language lessons. Êtes-vous prêts? Are you ready? Oui, monsieur. Êtes-vous prêts? Are you ready? Oui! Très bien, very good. My lessons are not a one-way street, no, no. I am très triste when no one speaks up. Very sad, that is. In our last class, I believe I taught you all how to say delicious in other languages, right? In le cours d'aujourd'hui, today's class, we will learn about a very special phrase that you can put to use when the time is just right. Aïsteru, je t'aime, te amo, ich liebe dich. Does anyone know what these phrases mean? It means I love you. Fantastic, Kalla. You deserve a médaille d'or, a gold medal. Je t'aime, te amo, ich liebe dich. These three phrases you may know, I think. Why? Because they're all quite famous ways to say I love you. Oh my, have I embarrassed you all, my friends? What timid little garçon et filles, shy boys and girls, that is. It is very important to express your feelings about things to others, you know. This is especially true for positive emotions. If you get married someday and argue with your spouse over some silly little thing, all you have to do is say, I love you, et tout ira bien, and all will be well. That is. I should know. Just last week, I had a big argument with my dear wife, that is. But I was quick to say I'm sorry, and all was well. And now, apropos of nothing, let me give you all one of my wise words of advice. It's best to be quick to apologize when you have an argument with someone. That goes for your families, friends, and your crushes. I know you can do it. I believe in you. Our prochain cours, our next class, will be the midterm exam. Be sure to review what we learned in all our lessons so far. Adios, matane! Midterms, huh? I will take the languages midterm. Aujourd'hui, today, we take our midterm exam. Détendez-vous, relax that is, and do your best. Êtes-vous prêt? Are you ready? Let's begin. Gracias, arigato. Thank you. Delicious is delicious. Which of these phrases doesn't belong? Time to eat, because the rest of them mean I love you. When speaking with a person, what's the first step to smooth communication? Compliment them. Carry them in philosophy. That's a similar, but also not. What is your beloved teacher's name? It's Salvatore, right? C'est fini! Time is up! Posez vos stylos? Put down your pens, that is. I hope that was easy enough for you, especially that dernier question, that last question. I'm sure you all did great. Bravo, my friends! You can check your scores at the school's front desk. I think I did okay. It feels great to get a test out of the way, doesn't it? Let's take a look at your results. You must get 3 questions correct to pass the midterm exams, and 4 questions correct to pass the final exams. Let's see how you did on your languages test. You answered 5 out of 5 questions correctly. That's a passing score, congratulations! Mr. Salvatore asked us to give this reward to any students who passed the exam. What did I get? Ooh, XP candies. And keep doing your best. Alright, what's the next class? Hey Nick, how's it going? How did you like the midterm exam? You all did really great. We're halfway there, and now time for another lesson. It's vous prêt? Are you ready? Yeah. I'm glad you've joined me for completely butchering languages. Oui, monsieur. Très bon response. Great answer. Merci, my friends. I knew I could count on you stars. Leading up to the midterm, we learn all sorts of words from different regions. Starting today, though, I'll be throwing a curveball. For we begin listening comprehension. Vas-y, go for it, my assistant. Pika-pee, Pikachu! As you just heard, Pokémon can also use words to communicate. It's not always easy for us to understand them, but then words have meaning, just as ours do. Pokémon can use language to share all sorts of information with each other, like the location of food or whether there may be predators nearby. The same Pokémon's cries may sound different depending on what it wants to say. You expect flawless pronunciation. Yeah, that's not happening. Although given that we seem to have stopped doing human languages and we seem to have moved into Pokémon languages, I'm sure you're all curious. So aujourd'hui, today that is, let's learn some Pokémon language. Je t'en prie, if you would be so kind, Pikachu. Admittedly, there's still gonna be a lot of French, because it seems that Mr. Salvatore throws in a lot of French. At least that's a language I have a passing familiarity with. Pika! What emotion do you suppose Pikachu was trying to convey just now? Happy? Sorry, Kalla, but that's not right. Pokémon language is hard, isn't it? When Pikachu says, Pika! It's using its angry voice. But it was still smiling! How was I supposed to know it was angry? That's right, I had my little Pikachu friend here pretend to be angry for us. Don't you think you did a great job? Give Pikachu a round of applause, everyone. The same Pokémon can even communicate its feelings in many different ways. Their voices change depending on their mood and physical condition. Try listening more carefully to Pokémon. You might gain a deeper understanding of them. That having been said, Pokémon are quite mysterious creatures. Some actually don't communicate with words at all, but instead use things like electromagnetic or ultrasonic waves. Some even use telepathy. And now, apropos of nothing, let me give you all one of my wise words of advice. If you poke at your Pokémon too many times while washing them during picnics, they'll get mad at you just like Pikachu just demonstrated. I can poke my Pokémon when I'm washing them in picnics? Why did no one tell me this? I want to poke my Pokémon. Well, adios, matinee, à la prochaine. See you later, everyone. Oh man, I'm gonna have to remember Pokemon language for the finals, huh? Human language is easier. My dear friends, how are you all today? I hope you're doing marvelously well. It's time for another of Salvatore's language lessons. Êtes-vous prêt? Are you ready? Oui. I would expect no less from my excellent friends. Even your replies to my questions are excellent. Aujourd'hui, today, we will once again be focusing on listening. Vas-y, go for it. My assistant, Pikachu. Pikachu. As you may remember from our last class, the same Pokemon's cries may sound different depending on what it wants to say. Aujourd'hui, today that is, we will be learning more about the language used by Pokemon. Or you mean specifically by Pikachu. Je t'en prie, if you would be so kind, Pikachu. Pika. That sounds a little bleak, doesn't it? Its voice seems a little lower pitched, too. What emotion do you suppose Pikachu was trying to convey just now? That one's going to be sadness. Ding ding ding! That's right, Kalla! Fantastic! When Pikachu says... it's expressing sadness. Kind of makes you want to cry, doesn't it? Makes me want to hug a Pikachu, I don't know about anything else. That's right, I had my Pikachu cry as if it was crying. Funny joke, right? Don't you think it did a great job? Give Pikachu a round of applause, everyone. Yep. And now, apropos of nothing, let me give you all one of my wise words of advice. If you hear one of your Pokemon making sad noises like this one, you should treat them with even more kindness than usual. So I was right, I should hug Pikachu. Well, you probably already knew that though. A piece of cake for you all, I'm sure. Pikachu is a terrible actor, right? It could at least move in a way that is more indicative of its mood. Of course, this goes for your classmates and others as well. Friends should support each other in times of sadness. I truly hope that you all can have smiles on your faces all the time, my friends. Our prochain cours, next lesson that is, will be our final lesson together. I hope you're ready for the climactic finale. Adios, matane! I wonder what emotion Pikachu will terribly act for us this time. Exactly, which emotion will Pikachu be able to convey this time? My dear friends, how are you all today? It's time for the last of Salvatore's language lessons. Êtes-vous prêt? Are you ready? Oui, monsieur. What a response fantastique. Great answer that is. Perfect for our last class together. I love it. And aujourd'hui, today, we will once again be having a listening lesson. Vas-y, go for it, my assistant, Pikachu. Let's get right to it, my little Pikachu friend. For our last listening class, tell everyone how you're feeling now, s'il te plaît. Ooh, can you feel that? That's one contagious emotion in Pikachu's voice. What emotion do you suppose Pikachu was trying to convey just now? Is this one happy? Is this one happy? Yeah, probably. I mean, it could be either of the others. I don't know Pikachu language. Happiness? Well done, Kalla. I'm so happy you got it right. Get it? When Pikachu says, "Kappa," it's expressing happiness. Doesn't it make you want to break out into a happy dance? But I didn't have to ask Pikachu to put on an act today. Oh no. I simply asked it to show you all how it felt about getting to have class with you. Getting to meet so many new friends and study together in this class with you. It's made both me and my little Pikachu so very happy. And now, apropos of nothing, let me give you all one last wise word of advice. As you live your lives, I'm sure you will all have times when you get mad or sad, maybe even more than you would like. Everything has its ups and downs. Life is a veritable roller coaster. But, à la fin, in the end that is, there is surely happiness waiting for you. You don't want to do a happy dance because Pikachu is happy? So, garde le sourire. Keep a smile on your face, even in the hardest of times. When you're faced with a problem that you can't handle alone, find someone to rely on. Be it a teacher, your family, your friends, anyone. Our prochain cours next lesson will be our final exam. Be sure to review what we learned in all our lessons so far. Adios, matane! You'll go for an approving nod. Hello, Rodion. You can speak in Spanish? Well, I can't, unfortunately. I do not know Spanish. It's not something that I was taught in school. And I haven't really come there since the need to learn it. Language is final. Aujourd'hui, today, we take our final exam. Détendez-vous, relax that is. That was a loud engine outside. Distracted me. Okay, where was I? Relax that is, and do your best. What languages would I actually like to learn? I'd like to learn Japanese. Also, I'd love to brush up on French and German, which are the languages I learned at school, because can't really actually do much with them. I've forgotten a lot of what I learned in school. Êtes-vous prêt? Are you ready? Let's begin. Yeah, I know a little bit of Japanese, that's true. I did technically do a evening course at uni one time. So like, I know some, and also I've picked up things from anime and other sources, but I'd like to know more, really. Which of the following is delicious? That would be B. Delicious. What do these two foreign phrases mean? Je t'aime et je liebe dich. That is, I love you. Giga! That one was anger. Yeah. That one was happiness. What is your beloved teacher's name? Salvatore. C'est fini! Time is up! Posez-vous stylos, put down your pens, that is. I assume the obligatory dernière question. Last question, that is. Gave you no trouble. I'm sure you all did great. Bravo, my friends. You can get your scores at the school's front desk. You thought it was Labrador? That was the funny option, wasn't it? Definitely doggo. Feels great to get a test out of the way, doesn't it? Let's take a look at your results. You must get 3 questions right to pass the midterm exams, and 4 questions correct to pass the final exams. Let's see how you did on your languages test. You answered 5 out of 5 questions correctly. That's a passing score, congratulations! Mr. Salvatore asked us to give this reward to any students who pass the exam. Hey, some more XP candies. Right, now that I've done I can now do the thing where I go and find Mr. Salvatore, right? Oh, apparently I've got a few things to do, actually. A few people to talk to. Apparently there's some people to talk to currently in here. Did I really have something still to talk to you about, miss? Oh, did I not come back here after the Treasures of Ruin? Okay. Kalla, did you find any of the Treasures of Ruin? Yes. Oh, you caught Tinglu, the Vessel of Ruin. Oh, how interesting! I simply cannot keep my curiosity under control. Judging by its shape and size, this vessel was almost certainly not for everyday use. Perhaps it was a work of art, or better yet, a ritual artifact housing some sort of deity. I feel there must be some meaning behind the horns and designs resembling eyes. I forgot about her little bit of hair that just does the flicking. It's like, is your hair alive, miss? Is that a tail? Could it be that this artifact was fashioned after the deity's very appearance? This mystery grows ever deeper. Ah, my thirst for knowledge is slowly being quenched. Looks like you have something more to report. What is it? Yes, because I have caught all of them since the last time I talked to her. Oh, you caught Qian Pao, the Sword of Ruin. Oh, how interesting. I simply cannot keep my curiosity under control. So the sword's blade and hilt form the Pokemon's left and right fangs? I wonder if the sword broke when it became a Pokemon. Or perhaps it was always that way. Oh, wait. I cannot imagine the king wanting to buy a broken sword. Maybe it was some sort of weapon that was meant to be used in this broken state. This mystery grows ever deeper. Ah, my thirst for knowledge is slowly being quenched. You look like you have something more to report. What is it? Oh, you caught Wu Xian, the Tablets of Ruin? Oh, how interesting. I simply cannot keep my curiosity under control. I've never seen so many wooden writing tablets strung together. It must have been an epic tale. Most excavated tablets are tantamount to graffiti or simple memos. Still valuable tools for learning about the past, but nothing like this. I can't read it, but given the length, it must be a story, yes? Or perhaps the words of a curse. If only the words weren't faded, how frustrating. These wooden tablets piqued the curiosity of a king. What might have been written on them? This mystery grows ever deeper. Ah, my thirst for knowledge is slowly being quenched. You look like you have something more to report. What is it? Oh, you caught Chi-Yu, the Beads of Ruin. Oh, how interesting. I simply cannot keep my curiosity under control. Beads like these were thought to be sacred and thus were worn during religious rituals. I believe they were most often worn as a single bead on the neck like a pendant, but it seems Chi-Yu has 4 of them. Were the beads worn in pairs, like on the ears and wrists? Or were the rituals perhaps formed by 4 people? What on earth could have caused beads such as these, originally used to ward off disaster, to become bringers of disaster themselves? This mystery grows ever deeper. Ah, my thirst for knowledge is slowly being quenched. Seeing parts of history with my own eyes fills me with joy. Thank you, Kalla. This is simply amazing. You've now reported back to me with all 4 of the treasures of ruin. I never thought that you would be able to do this much for me. You have my thanks, Kalla. I would have liked to go looking for the treasures of ruin myself and make them my own. But I suppose it was precisely because I sent you, someone with a pure heart, that we were able to accomplish this feat. They may be the treasures of my dreams, but I will allow you to have them for now. Consider this a symbol of my gratitude too. Take it, it is yours. Ooh, a TM. Nasty plot, huh? You truly are an interesting one, aren't you, Kalla? I hope you don't mind if I continue to keep my eye on you. Yeah, I agree that surprise trades are a good way of getting the Pokemon that you don't currently have in your game. Ooh, apparently we've got Penny to talk to. Where's Penny? Not around there. Can't see her up there, but maybe. I have way more people to talk to than I thought I did. Down this side then? Oh, there! Yeah, I should have been able to spot her way earlier. Get... What? Kalla? Hurry up and hide! And keep quiet, okay? Alright, see you in a bit, Nick. Phew, that was close. What you doing? Yeah, you know, I'm just, I guess I might as well come clean. Take a look over there. Do you get it now? No. Not really. Sorry. Your jump scare earlier completely frazzled me. My brain's still trying to reboot. Alright, here's the sitch. Team Star have started coming to school again. But I don't know if they're going to fit in okay. And it's been playing on my mind, you know. Oh, I'll see you watching over them and making sure they're okay. So I'm checking in on them from over here. Guess we're not exactly getting a warm welcome here, huh? Well, duh. Sure, the teachers finally figured out we're not a bunch of delinquents. But it's not like we can press some magic button and make everyone else accept us. A true story, we gotta fix this, my man. Time for a change of tack. Huh? A change of tack? What, are they going to start wearing normal school uniforms so they'll stop scaring off the other kids? Oh, Momo, Orty. They're both really trying their best to fit in here at school. A change of tack, hmm? What exactly are you suggesting? But, I mean, how about we say a big friendly howdy to everyone here? Like, just yell it loud as we can. Drops his stuff. What? That's stupid. Go on and embarrass yourself if you want to, but count me out. Yeah, that idea seems a bit off. Hold up, let me explain. You know Rhyme, right? She does this at her concerts, no joke. If the crowd ain't hyped at the start of the show, she'll shout the loudest greeting you've ever heard into the mic, like, "Sup y'all!" or whatever. Lifts the mood like nobody's business. Yeah, that makes sense, because those are concerts. This is school. It's different. Okay, smart guy. So we're opting for the cold shoulder treatment forever then, aren't we? No, that'd totally suck. It would, wouldn't it? So yeah, our only option is to yell at everyone so they know we're nice. Here, I'm gonna go for it. Hey! Morning, y'all! How are we feeling today? Oh no, Giacomo! What are you doing? This is so embarrassing! Everyone having a good time? Come on, Ortega, you gotta do it too. On a sec, you're just practicing for your DJ sets, aren't you? Thanks for coming tonight! Quick, say it! Thanks for coming tonight! Hey! What do you mean, thanks for coming? We're not hosting anything! What on earth? Are those guys from Team Star? What the heck are they yelling for? Is this some kind of skit? They're pretty funny. I guess they're not as scary as I thought. No way! People are actually warming up to them? Why? That makes zero sense. Momo and Hottie really are operating on a different level. I'm kind of amazed. Seems all my worrying was for nothing, huh? Now that's all settled, I guess I should get going. Hasta la vista! Aw, that was cute. Can't see where I'm going. Let's go to the cafeteria and talk to Alvin. There he is. Yo, Kalla, you grabbing something to eat too? Man, you sure did give me a beating in that Academy Ace tournament. Seems like all my closest buddies are in another league, you know? I mean, look at you. You just up and became a champion in your first year to boot. You know that's pretty amazing, right? And then there's Nimona, top marks in every class at school, and she's champion rank too. And I hear Penny's got some kind of offer to work for the Pokémon League or something. I seem to be the only average one around here. Nothing special about me. Your dad was a professor. Oh yeah, that is an option, your dad's superheroes. I guess that's not really him, but yeah. You're great at cooking. I mean, it's just like a hobby, really. I only learned how to do the basics because my dad wasn't around to cook for me. Yeah, but knowing how to cook is important. Wait, my dad! Now that Mabastic is doing so much better, and since the treasure hunt is still going and all, I've been thinking of a new goal, to find myself. And I guess you really gotta start by knowing where you come from. Which means I should learn more about my dad, right? He was a student at this school once too, that's what I heard. I'm gonna search the whole school for info about what kind of person he really was. Thanks for the inspiration, little buddy. You're welcome, I think. I don't really think I did anything there. to the school store and talk to Penny. There she is. Oh, hey Kalla. I'm checking in on Atticus. So keep your voice down, okay? Whisper, whisper. Appreciate it. Let's say the Academy Emporiums took some rather splendid words. I admit my expectations were far lower than warranted. Wow, he really seems to have taken a shine to the school store. Doesn't seem like he'll notice us anytime soon, so I guess there's no point whispering. I'm very distracted by the Fidos over there on the right. Look at them, they're so cute! You know, of all my Team Star friends, it's Atticus I'm worried will have the most trouble fitting in. Greetings, my good shopkeep. I would very much like to acquire the limited edition ninja garments released today. I believe you have 5 stocks in set, yes? Ah, the ninja cosplay set, yes. I'm sorry, dear, but someone bought the last 2 from us earlier. We're completely sold out. Ah, poor Atticus. What? This cannot be! If I am unable to procure those garments, why, that will ruin everything. It appears I have no choice but to track down this rival patron of mine, and when I find them... I shall fix them with my piercing gauge and peg on bended knee for the ninja garments I so crave. What? Since when was Atticus this good looking? Wait, no, focus. If he starts begging some kid for their ninja outfit, people will think he's a weirdo. We should stop him, right? I think he'll be fine, Penny. Let's see how this pans out. Seriously? But... Oh, Don Atticus, here you are. My young compadre. I must apologize. About the garments I promised you so that we might dress as ninja together. Oh yeah, I got us covered. I already bought 2 sets of that ninja cosplay stuff for us to wear. Aww. Aww. I beg your pardon? When I came here earlier, the shopkeeper lady was putting them out on the shelves. So I bought one for you and one for me. You know how popular these outfits are. I was super lucky to be able to snag them. Now come on, let's go play ninja outside. Goodness me, what a happy turn of events. I shall retrieve my shuriken from my quarters, so we might enjoy some target practice. I hope they're not actually sharp, Atticus. Ooh, awesome! I can also use my masterful stitchery to transform thy ninja garments into a sublime vision of poison. What say you? I'm good, thanks. Haha, the insolence of this one. Phew. Looks like he was able to wrap up this little escapade without making a scene. But more importantly, Atticus has already made a friend at school. Kinda makes me feel bad that I thought I had to spy on him. Anyway, I guess I'll get going. Hasta la vista! Look at these Fido though, they're so cute. Yes, I'm talking to you guys. You're very cute. Oh, I like that they turn towards you when you go down to them. So, pet the Fido. This is the closest I can manage. Okay. Salvatore is the... You know what, I think having spoken to a few people, I'm gonna go and do some more lessons. Battle studies. I would like battle studies with Ms. Dendra. I do not remember what we learned in the first lesson of battle studies. That's going to be a problem when we get to the midterm. Another day, another round of battle study. Us! Let's get right to it. Is everyone excited about the treasure hunt? It's always a great adventure. You get to take on gyms, go to new places, and run all over the place with your partner Pokémon. And while you're running around out there, I bet you'll come across some big, shining crystals fairly often as well. These crystals are actually collections of terrestrial energy that seeped up out of the ground. You can check out these crystals to battle Terra Pokémon with your friends or other trainers in a group of 4. We call those battles Terra Raid battles. The Terra Pokémon you'll face off against in Terra Raid battles are crazy tough. They sometimes act differently than regular Pokémon, so you'll need to be on your guard. Luckily, trainers can use a special action in Terra Raid battles. It's called cheering. And there are 3 different cheers you can use. The first cheer is Go All Out. It boosts the attack and special attack of all ally Pokémon. The second is Hem Tough. This one boosts the defense and special defense of all ally Pokémon. And the third? Well, let's see if you can guess. This cheer restores HP for all ally Pokémon. What do you think it is? The one I use the most. Heal Up. That's right. Maybe I should make you the battle teacher, huh, new kid? The third and final cheer is Heal Up. It's a real powerhouse with the ability to both restore HP and cure status conditions. You can cheer up to 3 times during a single Terra Raid battle. Also, cheering uses up a turn in battle, so you won't be able to have your Pokémon use any of their moves when you cheer. In conclusion, try everything at your disposal. If nothing seems to be working, try cheering on your allies. Providing support for your team can sometimes open up a new realm of possibilities. Oh man, I was just about to suggest we do some hands-on practice to really drive the point home. I guess we're out of time. Class is over for now. Take care, you little rascals. More battle studies, yes. Another day, another round of battle study. Us, let's get right to it. Last time we learned about Terra Raid battles. Did any of you have a chance to try them out? Terra Pokémon are super strong, and the more difficult ones will use an even tougher tactic that you'll need to deal with. Yeah, the shields, they're a pain. I'm talking about a Terra Shield. What happens while a Pokémon has its Terra Shield up, you ask? Well, it takes way less damage for one. And it has a big effect on morale too. When trainers see that shield go up, they feel doomed. Like there's no way to win the battle. Depends how low that timer is, but yeah. So here's a question for you. If the Pokemon you're battling puts up its Terra Shield, what should you do? Terrestrialize an attacker. Call your parents. Yeah, good option. That's right, you're a regular Terra Battle Master, aren't you, new kid? Regular attacks don't work so well against Pokemon that have their Terra Shield up. But having your Pokemon terrestrialize is an effective method to overcome that issue. Terrestrialized Pokemon will do more damage to a shielded Pokemon, especially if it uses moves that match its Terra type. Dealing enough damage to a Pokemon with its Terra Shield up can destroy the shield and break the Pokemon's stance. This means it's important to properly time your terrestrializing in Terra Raid battles. In conclusion, as they say, fight fire with fire and Terra Pokemon with Terra Pokemon. Be sure to work together with your teammates to smash through the opponent's Terra Shield. Oh man, I was just about to suggest we do some hands-on practice to really drive the point home. I guess we're out of time once again. Next class will be our midterm exam. Aim for a perfect score. Us! Us! Alright, it's Battle Studies midterm. Sorry to all of you who went into the schoolyard first before finding the right room. Yeah, it's odd seeing you in a classroom, Miss Dandra. I guess we can do our tests in the classroom at least. It might be hard to write your answers out on the field. Give us a clipboard. It'll be all good. Alright, time to put on your game faces and do battle with those test sheets. The higher a Pokemon's special defense, the less damage it takes from special attacks. Which of the following has no effect on a move's damage? Its name. How many trainers are in a Terra Raid battle team? 4. What's an effective method for breaking an opponent's Terra Shield? Terrestrializing and attacking. What's Miss Dendra's favourite type? Fighting? Welcome back, Nick. Time's up! Put your pencils down. I saw you giving it everything you've got. I'm sure you'll all get perfect scores. Well done, everyone. You can ask for your scores at the front desk. Alright, how'd I do? Yay, 5 out of 5! It's a passing score! My reward is small XP candies. Now I would like to continue with battle studies. What are we going to learn next time? Another day, another round of battle study. Let's get right to it. You all gave everything you had on the midterm exams, well done. We'll resume our regular classes today, so keep up that energy for the second half of the term. Have you all been using the R button to send out your Pokémon? Yes? If you do, your Pokémon will run off in the direction you're facing. It's a super useful tactic that lets your Pokémon pick up far away items for you, and that's not all! If there's a wild Pokémon near where you sent your Pokémon, they'll start battling each other. We call those battles auto battles. Just as the name implies, your Pokémon will act on its own during auto battles, meaning you won't have to give it any commands. And if your Pokémon wins, it'll get XP points just like it would in a regular battle. If you make good use of these battles, they can be a really efficient way to train your party. But you'll want to remember that Pokémon won't evolve or learn new moves right away if they level up from an auto battle. Also, if a Pokémon loses an auto battle, it'll come back with just a small amount of HP left. Make sure to heal it up right away. Oops! I just about did the whole class as a one-sided lecture. Does anyone here have any questions so far? I have no questions. I've used this feature before, Ms. Dendra. Great! You're all really good at this. I can't wait to see where you go from here. Even during auto battles, our Pokemon are out there battling for us, their trainers. Keep an eye on them as much as possible, and if it looks like they're going to lose, be sure to have them retreat. Also, it goes without saying, but Pokemon with low HP are already worn out. They probably won't enjoy auto battles so much, so don't work them too hard, okay? In conclusion, auto battles only work if a trainer and their Pokemon have a relationship of mutual trust. Be smart with how you use auto battles so you don't lose the trust of your Pokemon. Oh man, I was just about to suggest we do some hands-on practice to really drive the point home. But I guess we've run out of time as usual. It's about enjoying mini talking. I mean, winning is enjoyable, though. Class is over for now. Take care, you little rascals. That is fine. Another day, another round of battle study. Us! Let's get right into it. I hope you gave auto battles a shot like we talked about last class. Making good use of auto battles will let you train up a bunch of different Pokemon. It's also an efficient way to gather the Pokemon materials you need to make TMs at TM machines. Speaking of which, have you all been using the TM machines? Yep, I have. I sure hope so, because it's pop quiz time. To create TMs, you need Pokemon materials and one other thing. Anyone remember what that is? LP? Yeah. Looks like you're already a TM machine pro, new kid. The correct answer is League Points, or LP for short. You can give LP and Pokemon materials to a TM machine to create TMs, but that's not all. You can also exchange Pokemon materials at a TM machine to get LP. I recently heard about some shady individuals getting LP illegally using a technique called hacking, or something like that. I note that Penny doesn't seem to be over there on the right this lesson. I don't want any of you getting involved in bad stuff like that, got it? Anyway, you can also add TMs that you want to make to your watch list. That'll let you keep an eye on the materials you need to gather. Okay, now that I didn't know. I didn't know about the TM watch list. In conclusion, in order to make TMs, you need Pokemon materials. And if you want to get hold of lots of materials, you'll have to battle all kinds of Pokemon. Oh man, I was just about to suggest we do some hands-on practice to really drive the point home. And I guess we're never gonna have the time. Class is over for now. Take care, you little rascals. It's fun with these lessons that I occasionally learn something that I did not know. And it's like, maybe I should have done these earlier. The study is lesson 6. Oh, look at that Psyduck. Plus, this is our last class, but don't let those energy levels drop before we wrap things up. You've shown you have more than enough knowledge to be super strong battlers. I don't know if I have much left to teach you, but we can always aim for ever greater heights. So today I'm going to teach you about the rules of link battles. When two trainers participate in link battles together, they can engage in either single battles or double battles with each other. And if you're playing in a group of 4, you can all battle each other in multi-battles. Now when you're out having battles during your independent study, You can use whatever number of Pokemon you like, and they can be any level. But in Link battles, there are special rules to keep in mind. Some of these special rules involve adjusting Pokemon's levels. Now, the no restrictions rule set lets all Pokemon stay at their current level. It lets trainers use multiple Pokemon of the same species, and multiples of the same held item too. If you choose to use normal rules, all your Pokemon will be set to level 50 for your battles, regardless of what level they actually are. This even includes lower level Pokemon. They'll get a power boost to participate. Normal rules lets you use multiples of the same Pokemon species and the same held items too. The great part about this rule set is it lets any of your Pokemon participate. All they have to do is learn some good moves. Lastly, the rule set called Flat Rules mostly affects Pokemon over level 50. Such Pokemon will be set to level 50 for the duration of the battle. The Flat Rules set is the one often used for official tournaments. This rule set does not allow trainers to use multiple Pokemon of the same species, or multiples of the same hold item. Alright, here's a question for you. Which rule set should you pick if you want to use a lower level Pokemon and keep its level low? Flat rules. I guess. That's the one, you kid. Looks like you were listening to the lesson. If you've got some clever strategy you need to use a level 5 Pokemon for, your best bet is to choose the Flat Rules rule set. I wonder what sort of a strategy you'd need a level 5 Pokemon for. Of course, you can also choose no restrictions if you want to battle with any Pokemon you want, at any level and with any hold item. That's a pretty good rule set for when you want to battle freely with friends. In conclusion, normal rules adjust all Pokemon to level 50. Flat rules lets you use lower level Pokemon at their actual levels. I hope you'll use these tips to have some exciting battles with your friends. Oh man, I was just about to suggest we do some hands-on practice to really drive the point home. And I guess we truly are out of time. Next class will be our final exam. Aim for a perfect score! Us! Us! Alright. Final exam. For battle studies. It's finally game day. Today is our final exam. Time to put on your game faces and do battle with those test sheets. Okay, which cheer boosts attack and special attack during a terror raid battle? Let's go all out. What do we call the battles the Pokemon sent out with the R button do on their own? You can do it battles. Auto battles. How should you obtain LP? I mean, all of those work, right? Exchange materials. High level Pokemon are adjusted to what level using flat rules? That's level 50. When using normal rules in Link battles, you can use multiple Pokemon of the same species and multiples of the same held item. True. See, hack the system. I mean, it worked. It was a thing, right? Time's up. Put your pencils down. So you're giving it everything you've got. I'm sure you'll all get perfect scores. You all did so well in my class. If you pass this test, you'll officially be Battle Masters. Now go ask for your surely stellar scores at the front desk, you little rascals. Alright. Did I get at least 4 right? Yay, I got 5 out of 5. Psyduck is also happy for me. Look, it looks so happy. And I got some medium experience candies. Before I continue on, I need to put the lights on in this room. It's getting dark. then. Let's go talk to someone. Like the biology teacher. And Mr. Jack, was it? Yes, Jack. Ah, hello, Kalla. I see you've already registered 200 species of Pokemon to your Pokedex for me. Wow, Pokemon from the mountains, Pokemon from the sea. Wait, what? No way! We even found Pokemon in a place like this. Ah, sorry about that, I got a little excited there. My Pokemon research is moving along super duper splendidly thanks to you. Here, take this. Consider it my way of saying thanks. Ooh, 20 quickballs. Don't mind if I do, Jack. You're a bona fide Pokemon catching professional, Kalla. For your next goal, it's finally time to go for a completed Pokedex. Aim for 400 species. This is no easy feat, but I'm sure you can do it. Keep tossing those Pokeballs and don't give up. So am I allowed to talk to you about that right now, Jack? Because, once you do, press the X and you get a nice little completion mark. Alright, sorry, I have to get the thing and then show it to you? Alright. You mean this completion mark? Da-da-dun! Amazing! You completed the Pokedex! That means you've encountered every single Pokemon there is to find in Paldea. Exploring the region on your own 2 feet is a real treasure of an experience, isn't it? You know, I think you deserve a special diploma in recognition of this magnificent achievement. Come see me in the biology lab back at Uber Academy when you have some time. The Pokedex completion mark has been added to your profile. As a reward for completing the Pokedex, you received a Beast Ball. Hooray! I did it! With a lot of thanks to a friend who helped me with the trade evolutions I needed to do, and by showing me a Koraidon. Incidentally, guys, boxes. I would like to say, not only do I have a complete Pokedex, but I have, as it all loads in as I go through, a complete living Pokedex. So many Ruperts. I know! There are so many Ruperts. Why did I decide to try breeding a shiny Wooper? Look at all these. Look at them all. I mean, it's technically not a complete living dex because I am missing a Koraidon, but aside from that, the complete living dex is here. Anyway, let's show our Pokedex to the professor. Hello, Kalla. What? Are you telling me you've already registered 400 species of Pokemon to your Pokedex? Wow, you did it! You completed the Pokedex. That's amazing, really amazing. Research on the Pokemon of the Paldea region is moving ahead like never before. And it's all thanks to you, Kalla. You know, I visited this strange shop the other day and happened to pick up a little something. Might not seem like much to get a second-hand gift, but here, from me to you. Ah, the shiny charm. That might, it might make catching a whole bunch more Wooper a little more bearable. I wish I could give you something a bit better for your efforts. Now, what's all this commotion about, I wonder? Ah, Director Clevel! This student of mine completed their Pokédex! Upon my word! What a marvellous accomplishment, Miss Kalla. She really surprised me too, pulling off a feat like this. Well, Mr. Jack's delights clearly shows how commendable your work has been. Please allow me to reward you with a small gift. Students who achieve great feats such as this deserve to be recognised for their hard work. This congratulatory message, penned by the company that certifies Pokédex completion, is for you. I get the certificate! This is a thing that I've never before had in a Pokemon game. This is literally my first time completing the Pokédex. I collected all Pokemon, all I got with this lousy paper. I mean, you can't even print it out like you could in the Game Boy days. I reconfigured your Pokédex app so you may view your diploma there anytime you like. I can look at it whenever I want. Programming is another of Director Clevel's skills, you know. But anyway, you sure did great with the Pokédex, Kalla. If completing the Pokédex was one of the treasures you were after, then I'd say you'd had a resounding success in your treasure hunt. Yay! Quite right, Mr. Jack. A fitting comment indeed. It's rather surprising coming from you. Well, I am a homeroom teacher after all. Gotta act like it from time to time, I guess. You may have completed your Pokédex, but there's still plenty of adventure to be had. I hope you'll keep looking for new Pokemon to befriend here in Paldea. I very much look forward to watching over your continued progress as well. Yay! Officially completed the Pokédex, which technically I completed it, I believe it was Sunday. I think it was Sunday. Let's go talk to some people in the schoolyard before we go back in and do some more classes. Alright, who's out here that we need to talk to and where are they? Some Magikarp over there. Come guard us. Gyarados is huge! Look at it! Oh! Of course, walking around the school counts for Wooper hatching. You guys are gonna have to deal with my Wooper hatching. It's a Wooper! Surprise, surprise. It's time. Kalla, help me keep an eye out, would you? I've set up a little ambush here for that girl who keeps watching me. She'll be here any second. An ambush? Well, you see, it's not very pleasant knowing she's just staring at me all the time. And now I know what she looks like after seeing her in the cafeteria. It's you, isn't it? You're the one who's been secretly watching me recently. It's time. How do you know I guess you must have noticed me. I'm so sorry. Well, of course I noticed. You were watching me practically all day every day after all. I assume there's something you want to ask me. Yes, I do. I've been a huge fan of yours since your time as a gym leader, and I love rock-type moves so very much. Oh my! You just suddenly retired from your post as a gym leader a year and a half ago. Why did you quit? My goodness, is that all you wanted to ask? Yes, your reason for retiring was never made public. But it's well known among the students here that you just avoid the question anytime it's asked. Thought it would be rude to ask you a question that you don't want to answer, so I just couldn't find the courage to ask. So that's why your gaze felt so very intense, I see. Forgive me. So very intense? Ah, never mind that. As for the reason I quit my job as a gym leader, I simply wanted to focus more on my job as a teacher. It's not that I disliked being a gym leader or anything of that sort. Quite the contrary. Talking about the gym fills me with feelings of nostalgia and sadness. That's why I avoid answering the question when students ask. Oh, I see. Do you have any plans of becoming a gym leader again? No, I'm afraid I don't plan to do so. My sister is doing a splendid job as gym leader in my stead. I personally find being a teacher most enjoyable these days. But since I am in fact your teacher, I would appreciate it if you would call me Miss Time. As students do, not just Time. Okay. I'm sad to hear that, but I understand. Thank you so much, Miss Time. Well, I suppose that solves the mystery. Ah, that made me so nervous. I said so many things to try to sound cool. I was certainly a little scared when I felt that girl's intense gaze on me. But having you here with me has allowed me to do what needed to be done to face what turned out to be one of my biggest fans. I must thank you for always showing up at just the right time, Kalla. Allow me to show you my appreciation a little. I hope these help on your adventure. Hey, 50 Rock Terror shards. You're not a rock type person, Hanek. Okay. There were some more people that we were supposed to be finding around here. Not over there. Not in the middle. Oh, there's Nimona. But here is a Wooper. Yep, that's a Wooper. Oh, hey Kalla! Great timing! I've been having the hardest time lining up opponents to battle. But now I've found you in the schoolyard, no less. It'd be silly not to battle, what do you say? I have a team made of one Talonflame and some baby Woopers, Nimona. Maybe not right now. You kidder, pretending like you're not itching to battle. Come on, let's get down to it. Nimona! Oh, okay. I don't have to actually battle her. Oh dear, that's fine. That's fine. You spent 2 whole hours battling Pokemon with Nimona. Ha! Good stuff. Gotta step up my game so I'll be ready anytime for that Academy Ace tournament. I know I sprung my battle fever on you out of nowhere. Thanks for being up for it. I was so worried she was going to make me fight her with my baby Woopers. Now, Salvatore was supposed to be up here too. Is he over here? Could most likely kick her ass. Not with this team! Oh! A third baby Wooper. That's a Wooper. It is dangerous for Wooper to travel alone. What you got there, Salvatore? Oh. Yeah, it's a Pomo, right? Kalla, I'm in a bit of a pinch. Take a look at this. Sorry, it's a Pawmi, not a Pawmi. This Pawmi really doesn't seem to be feeling well. I don't know if the poor thing can even stand up. What should I do? What should I do? Potion? Yeah, use potion on it? Oh, right! I could use a potion! Do you have any on you, Kalla? I do, in fact. The question is, why don't you have potions? This will fix you right up, my friend. Potion power, go! Are we sure it's not sleeping? Or maybe it's got a tummy ache. Maybe it ate too much. Phew, that seems to have done the trick in just the nick of time. But this Pawmi doesn't appear to belong to a trainer. Could a wild Pokemon have wandered onto the Academy grounds? Still, I can't just leave it here alone without anyone to make sure it's okay. It's decided then. I, Salvatore, will just have to lend all of the helping hands I have to take care of Pawmi in this touch-and-go situation. Merci very much for your advice, Kalla. Adios, au revoir, farewell. I'm glad I could help, sir. Why don't you carry potions around with you? You live in a Pokemon world. Shall I go do one more chatting to someone? Who should I chat with? Let's go see Arvin again. And then I'll do the next set of classes. Kalla! Boy, did you pick a great moment to stop on by! Take a look at this! This is supposed to be a sample from my dad's research from back when he was a student. That's what Director Clavel here told me. He's been helping me out. When Toro was a student at this academy, I was still a mere researcher myself. Among my peers, it was already being bandied about that an astoundingly gifted young man was studying at Uber Academy. So he really was always amazing, right from the start, huh? You want Arvin to make us another sandwich, huh, Nick? I would not say no to a free sandwich. Oh, I guess I never really questioned it, but why is your office full of all this equipment? Oh, so you finally noticed, have you? This room was once your father's research lab. Really? It was? From what I've heard recounted, he apparently would become so absorbed in his research that he hardly ever returned to his dorm room. He spent most nights sleeping here, in fact. I also find myself more at ease surrounded by such research equipment, so I took the liberty of adapting the room to serve as my office. I never knew. All these pieces of my dad's life, they were right in front of me this whole time. I spent so long trying not to think about him that I never even noticed until now. Thanks for telling me about this, Director Clavel. And Kalla, thank you for being here with me to learn about it too. Bye, Arvin. Master Arvin, I also intended to explain about these trophies here. And he has already gone. Rather hard to pin down, isn't he? Off like a flash as soon as some new thought crosses his mind. My dear Toro. I think that son of yours takes after you a very great deal. Ah. Where do I want to go? I want to go back to the entrance hall. And I guess since Arvin's now here, I might as well talk to him again. Where is he? Where are ya? Whooper. Just... Yep, that's a Whooper. Was that Whooper number 4 of this party? Yes, there's still one. That is you, Arvin. Yo, champ, coming to hit the books? Yeah, definitely. Seriously? You're already so good at everything else. Couldn't you just slack off a bit for me? Oh, you want to know why I'm here? Yeah, I'm still working on my own little treasure hunt, trying to find myself and all. While I was here in the entrance hall digging through my dad's research reports, I found this on one of the bookshelves. This book was so precious to my dad that he even kept a copy of it at the Lighthouse Lab. The Violet Book, that's what it's called, right? And this was my first time really reading the bits that aren't about the Herba Mystica. They're amazing. I mean, it all sounds super fake, but it's got all these cool pictures and it's real fun to read. Like, look at this entry here. A... disc? Pokemon? Maybe? While separated from the research team in the crater's depths, I found a strange entity. Whether it was a Pokemon or even alive at all, I know not. It bore a... shell? With layers of overlapping hexagons, and gleamed brighter still than gemstone? Viewed as a whole, it resembled a mysterious, brilliant disc. Oh, that's the little, that's the turtley Pokemon that's coming in one of the DLCs, right? The text on this page is all smudged and blurry in every copy of this book I've ever seen. Seems suspicious, right? Of course, the whole book is full of unbelievable stories, the Herba Mystica being one of them. But they turned out to be real. And after everything we saw in Area Zero, well, makes it hard to say it's all nonsense, huh? Yep. In fact, I think it might have been this book that made my dad want to become a researcher. I bet he got so fixated with the future Pokemon he read about in here that it made him want to see one for himself. Wait, hold on. Isn't my dad's time machine the whole reason the future Pokemon ended up here in the first place? This book is from way before he made the time machine, but it mentions future Pokemon. No, weird. Yep, that's the sort of things that happen when time travel is a thing. Oh well, I'm sure it's all just made up anyway. But my dad believed that nonsense and even managed to make it a reality. I guess he really was something. I'm gonna learn from his example and start giving it my all too. I've got something I gotta do now. I'll see you around, little buddy. Time paradoxes. Gotta love them. And speaking of time, it's time for some more classes, but it's also time for me to get another drink, so I will be right back. Have returned. Let's get into it with art class. I would like art with Mr. Hassel. I mean, I'd rather study art with someone who isn't Mr. Hassel, but still the hassle, huh? Hello class, it is I, Hassel, yet again. In our previous class we discussed what beauty is, which might have been a little boring for you. So today I thought I would mix things up a little to pique your interest in art. Allow me to introduce our special guest. Oh, look at him! Look at him! Are we learning about art from the Gibble? Because that sounds fine. You Gibble! This is Professor Gibble, the assistant lecturer for today. Then, Professor Gibble, if you would be so kind as to terrestrialize for us. Damn! Ah, it's a grass type. As some of you may already know, a Pokémon can terrestrialize if you use a Terra Rod. Normally, Professor Gibble would be a... Sorry about that, something was tickling at my throat. How much is he grading? I mean, can Professor Gibble grade all of my work? Normally, Professor Gibble would be of the Dragon type, but by terrestrializing, it succeeded in changing its type. So class, what type do these lovely glistening flowers above Professor Gibble's head represent? The grass type. Excellent, Kalla, full marks for you. These beautiful flowers blooming above Professor Gibble's head show that it has now become a grass type. The shape of the Terra Jewel above a Pokemon's head depends on the Pokemon's Terra type. To summarize, if an opponent's Pokemon terrestrializes during battle, observe the Pokemon's Terra Jewel closely to see what type it has become, and choose effective moves accordingly. It is my sincere hope that today's lecture will help you all achieve beautiful victories. The terrestrial phenomenon is indeed a fascinating and deep subject to discuss. That's it for today, class. Thank you, Professor Gibble, for your help. like to take more arts, please? With Professor Gibble, not with Mr. Hassel. With Professor Gibble, please. Please. Hello, class. It is I, Hassel, yet again. I've been told that my previous lecture about the terrestrial phenomenon was very well received. Thank you all for your kind words. Can we give Professor Gibble pats? Hopefully. I mean, it's not quite close enough at the moment. In fact, Ms. Dendra specifically requested that I impart even more battle knowledge to my students. In art class. Oh no, art class is becoming more battle studies. So I have decided that today we will take another look at how a Pokemon can terrestrialize. Give Gibble! And of course, here is Professor Gibble to help us. Now then, Professor Gibble, if you would be so kind as to terrestrialize for us. Ooh, today Professor Gibble is an ice type. Now what do we have here? Last class we saw a grass type terrestrializing, but this time we have something of a different shape. Observe, a pterodrule resembling a snowflake. Its dendritic shape is stunning to behold. It's a little chilly standing so close to it. So class, what Pterotype do you imagine this jewel might represent? That would be the ice type. Excellent, Kalla. Full marks for you. The reason there's a snowflake shining above Professor Gibble's head is simple. It is now an ice type. And because Professor Gibble is currently the ice type moves would not be very effective against it. Keep in mind, usually they would deal quadruple damage to Gibble. Oh, because Gibble is a dragon and also ground. Now here's some trivia about snowflakes. While snowflakes come in many different shapes and sizes, most are classified as hexagons. Just think of it! Snowflakes fall from the sky taking similar shapes without anyone saying they must. Do you not feel the great mystery of nature? The beautiful enigma we live in. This is a bit of a tangent, but Mr. Jack's glasses are also hexagonal, aren't they? I almost forgot to mention that you can change the Pokemon's Pterotype at the Treasure Eatery located in Medali. Though I must say the cook there is a little prickly, so you'll need to get on her good side if you want her help. Now come prepared for the next class, because it is time for your midterm examination. Thank you for today, Professor Gibble. Is Professor Gibble marking our midterms? I want Professor Gibble to mark our midterms. I want to have a little Gibble footprint as a signature. Or something. Didn't there used to be a Psyduck behind that desk? There's a Gengar right now. I'm guessing it's nighttime. I do hope you're all ready, because it is time for your midterm exam. Focus and do your best. And begin. What's the name of the gemstone that glows over a Pokemon's head when it terrestrializes? Pterodrule? When the answer to question 1 is in the shape of flowers, what type does it represent? The grass type. What shape are most snowflakes classified as? Hexagon. Where is the Easter egg allows you to change a Pterotype? That would be Medali. What makes something beautiful? The eye of the beholder? Or there is no correct answer. I don't remember. This was first lecture stuff. From what you know of Mario, it's obviously fire. Ah yes, the fire flower. I think the correct answer was there was no correct answer. Time's up. That is it for today's test. Pencils down, please. I would rather not have my students worrying about passing or failing in my art class, but tests are tests after all. I feel like Eye of the Beholder was how I answered when I did lesson 1 ages ago. Anyway, good work everyone. You can check your results at the front desk. Well, even so, I don't need to get all of the answers right. I can drop one. How did I do? Yay! I got them all correct! And I got some XP candies. Hey, now it's a Psyduck again. More art. Hello class, it is I, Hassel, yet again. I'm pleased to say that everyone did very well on the midterm exams. As a reward for all of your hard work, we have a special guest visiting us today. Is it Professor Gibble? No, it's not Professor Gibble. Now then, Brassy, please come in. Oh, it's him. Greetings. The grass type gym leader. I am Brassius. I am an artist and I focus exclusively on grass type Pokemon for my work. Brassius here mainly creates three-dimensional pieces such as statues and the like. One of his major works is the installation titled Surrendering Sunflower. No, sorry, Sunflora. Surrendering Sunflora, found in Artisan. Many of you who've challenged the Artisan Gym are no doubt familiar with these sculptures. Yes, I do recognize some faces among your students. I hope you all understand how fortunate you are to be able to attend Hass's classes. Hass's classes? It rhymes! Brassius is sort of like Susan Sirakai, but you mean because he's got green hair. Old Hass is the man who saved me when I had lost all hope and given up on myself. But he never gave up on me. I do not exaggerate when I say he is my mentor in life. It is precisely thanks to Hass that I was able to establish my current art style. Ah, dear Brassy. I've nothing against reminiscing about old times, but today I hope you will guide this class in a way only you can. Of course. Let's see, why don't we discuss what Hass mentioned? Surrendering Sunflora. Can anyone here tell me what my mood was when I crafted its detached expression? A sad mood? No, completely and utterly wrong. When I made that sculpture, I had surrendered all hope. I was prepared to give up everything. I had resolved to give up my life as an artist if that piece did not receive proper recognition. Are you sure that wasn't a sad mood? Hence the name Surrendering Sunflora. That's exactly it, Tess. When I started out as an artist, I experienced many hardships. I even became deathly ill and fell into a slump that drove me to desperation. I began worrying only about what would sell. I was concerned with only fame and fortune. but all my pieces during this time had no depth. They were all shallow trash. It was then that I met Hass. He helped me realise how petty I was being. I'll spare you the details. But in the end, I was able to leave all that behind. And that was when I crafted the Sunflora. Remarkable. Even I did not know the full story until now. This kind of thing is hard to tell someone, especially when they are so close to you. Now, I don't doubt you adolescents will also often find your heads crowded with worries. My advice to you is simple. Be honest with yourself and do whatever your heart desires. So long as you don't cause trouble, that is. That is all from me. I must admit I am beginning to feel a bit embarrassed, so I bid you farewell, Hass. And farewell to your pupils as well. Oh, Brassy, I can't believe it. Such a wonderful class. Thank you so much. Oh no, he's crying. Hassel is overcome with emotion. That's class number 5. Hassel the crybaby strikes again, indeed. Indeed he do. Hello class, it is I, Hassel, yet again. First, allow me to apologise for losing my composure during our last class. I was so touched by Brassius' story that I simply couldn't contain my emotions. I'm sorry for making such a scene. I certainly got a very stern talking to from Mrs. Time after that class, yes. Anyway, let us shift gears and dive into the material for today's class. Now, have any of you heard of the 10 sites of Paldea? Yes, I've seen some of them. Probably not all 10. As the name would imply, these are 10 sites in Paldea that are considered particularly beautiful. Among them, I would say that the Grand Olive Orchard is likely the most accessible. You can see field after field of olive trees from the hill on the way to Cortonde. 2 waterfalls are also counted among these 10 sites, Fury Falls and Casaroya Falls. I'm not sure if I've seen Fury Falls. Then there's the peak of Glacado Mountain, known as Paldea's highest peak. I'm not sure I've seen that one yet either. There is another cliff on Glacado Mountain that's named after its rather unique shape. So let me ask you, my students, what is the name of the 3-pronged cliff on Glacado Mountain? No need to grasp at straws. Is it Glacado's grass? Is that what you're hinting at, Mr. Hassel? Exactly. It looks like a hand taking hold of something, doesn't it, Kalla? I do think I've seen that one. The 3-pronged cliff on Glacado Mountain is in fact known as Glacado's grass. Though its shape is far too stubby to be that of a human hand, I imagine someone thought it looked like a Pokémon hand grabbing something. There are also mountains in Area 3 of the East Province, where you can get a good look at Levincia. It's particularly gorgeous at night. In fact, the view is so brilliant, it is known as the Million Vault Skyline. I haven't found that one either. I hear it's quite a hotspot for dates, and deservedly so for having such a romantic view. I imagine it's, what do the kids say these days? A very fleek selfie spot. Of course, you may not feel like all 10 sites live up to their grandiose names. How often do we visit some tourist spot only to be disappointed? Not to say you shouldn't visit them, only that you should keep your hopes in check. The most important thing is to go yourself and see them with your own 2 eyes. And sometimes a disappointing experience can be worthwhile in its own way. Take a chance. Well, that's it for today, class. Thank you for your attention. Yeah, I definitely haven't found all of the 10 sites of Felday. Each of them, when you find them, I think it gives you a fly point. Like, wait a second. If I just... It's like down here. There we go. The secluded beach. That was one of them. That's the main one that I remember. It's like literally the other end of the beach from the Pokemon Center. There's no point having a separate fly point. But hey. Okay, art class 6. I would like art with Mr. Hassel. Well, actually I'd like art with Professor Gibble, but I'm not sure we're going to see Professor Gibble again. Hello class, it is I, Hassel, yet again. My, how time flies, as they say. Indeed, our time together has certainly flown by. It's hard to believe that this is our last class. I'm really distracted by the two students back there who are so in sync with each other on the looking down, looking up, moving their head from side to side. Now, our topics for today may feel somewhat unrelated to art. But there is absolutely no set definition as to what art should be. Therefore, let us carry on with the discussion and see where it takes us. There are two things I wish to focus on today, ribbons and marks. Both ribbons and marks are special honours that capture a Pokemon's qualities. There will be times when your Pokemon gives maximum effort. Yeah, I've got one of those. Two of those, actually. I guess if I took more Pokemon to that person, I would get more, but... Or has a noteworthy experience. In recognition of its feats and accomplishments, it can be given a ribbon. To give an example, if you manage to become incredibly close to a Pokemon, it may be granted the Best Friends ribbon. Incidentally, there is a person in Cascarafa who can give your Pokemon a Best Friends ribbon. I will have to remember that. Marks, on the other hand, are mostly found on wild Pokemon when you meet them for the first time. They can symbolise the character of a Pokemon, such as the Rowdy mark or the Vigor mark. It's completely up to luck whether you'll run into a Pokemon with these marks. So if you're able to catch a Pokemon with a mark, rejoice at your outstanding fortune. Does anyone know what special thing you can do with Pokemon that have ribbons or marks? They get a special thing when you throw them into battle. You can change their title. Yes, we'll go with that. Wonderful, Kalla, your knowledge is impressive. The correct answer is that Pokemon with ribbons or marks can be given titles. What's more, they can be sent into battle displaying a title of your choosing. For example, you could send out a Gibble with the Best Friends ribbon by declaring, "Go, Gibble the Great Friend." And while I know I just said that marks are generally found already on Pokemon when you meet them for the first time, it seems that more recently Pokemon can be awarded certain marks based on their efforts. There are marks such as the Gourmand mark, the Item Finder mark, the Partner mark, and so on. Yes, because Parsley has the partner one, right? Because it's Parsley the reliable partner. Perhaps it might be fun trying to work out how to get each mark by using its name as a clue. I assume the Gourmand mark is for eating sandwiches. Which means that it's something my Ditto is going to pick up eventually. Well, that wraps up our last class. Next is the final exam. Please review the material. I pressed A too soon. Closely so you pass on your first try. Thank you, slightly delayed YouTube preview. I would like to take the art final, please. I do hope you're all ready, because it is time for your final exam. Focus and do your best. And begin. Okay, the name of the restaurant to teach Pokemon's Terror type is the Treasury. Gracias' signature art installation we discussed in class is Surrendering Sunflora. How many waterfalls are among the 10 sites of Paldea? There was 2. Where can you find the Million Volt Skyline? That was Levincia. The marks a Pokemon has are present when you first meet and none can be added later. We were told it was false. Time's up. That's it for today's test. Pencils down, please. Thank you all so much for learning about art with me. The time we shared has left a mark that I will treasure, I promise you. And it is my sincere wish that all of you go on to even greater, more prosperous futures. And that's it. Good work, everyone. You can receive your results from the front desk. Alright, how did I do? 5 out of 5! Hooray! It's a passing score. And I have XP candies. Let's go talk to some people. I want to talk to Mr. Salvatore. He's in the biology classroom, apparently. That's not his classroom. Hello, Pikachu. Oh, he's talking to Professor Jack. That's why. But apparently I have a Wooper to hatch first. Hello, Wooper. It's a Wooper. That's all of the Woopers that are currently in the party. Let's... This box. There, I want to take this one that's 5 best and a very good, and I want to stick it in this box. And then I want to grab another column of eggs. And now we'll go talk to the teachers. Oh, my dear Kalla. Thanks to your advice from before, poor me is, well, just see for yourself. It seems very quiet. How many eggs do I have? Currently, it's, I think, just that box. Actually, there might be a few in the box after it. Yes, it's feeling better, but this particular Pawmi may just be a little bit meek, I suppose. I had Nurse Miriam take a look as well, and she says there was nothing wrong with it health-wise. So it shouldn't have any injuries, ailments, or the like. Even so, it never utters so much as a cry, which is odd. That part has even Mr. Jack here stumped. Sorry I couldn't be of any help. N'inquiète pas. Don't worry about it. That one was complicated. I have some more information now, thanks to the Academy's security cameras, though. It seems that Pawmi was attacked by a wild Pokemon and fled here to the Academy grounds. Maybe it's still in a bit of shock from that experience and can't bring itself to speak yet. Yep, if that's the case, there is absolutely no problem with keeping quiet. Pas de problème. We can just attendre, wait that is, until it feels like talking. That's all we can really do, really. Even if you can speak all sorts of languages, there's no guarantee that you can understand what's going on in someone's heart. But have no fear, I won't give up. No, I'll keep on trying until we've figured each other out. I feel trusted by Mr. Salvatore. Like, to give a more accurate thing of how many eggs. Do you want to know how many Rooper eggs I've hatched so far? Because I have a number for that. You can also make a guess as to what that number is before I say it. So you're good for a battle, right? Great! Meet you in the schoolyard in a minute? Hold up. You're Nimona, right? Like the student council president? That Nimona? Yep, that's me. 40? There are more than 40 that are currently in my boxes. Yeah, maybe some other time. Ah, your reputation precedes you, Nimona. Kalla! Hola! Who was that? Oh, him? Don't know who he was. I'm just munching on my sandwich and I heard him bragging about his tough Pokemon, so I invited him to battle. I wonder what Pokemon he's going to use. Can't wait to see. Wait, I forgot to get his contact info. How am I supposed to plan when we'll face off? Oh well, I'll make sure we battle next time I run into him. Anyway, I guess you came to get some grub, huh? Well, I'm not one to stand between someone and their meal. Catch you later. Is it even more? It's a lot more than 40, Nick. I do believe the current count is 836. Hey, Mr. Salvatore, how's the Pomi doing? I have it. No, I don't have 800 eggs. I've hatched 800, over 800 Whipper eggs in the past. My dear Kalla, Pomi here is as healthy as can be. But still not talking. Well, it seems being quiet is simply a part of this one's personality. But it's hard for a Pokemon to communicate with its fellows without speaking up. I am single-handedly saving the Whipper population. I mean... I have released them in some not particularly Whipper-friendly places. So I'm not sure about that. As you know, wild Pokemon use their cries to tell each other all sorts of things, like the location of food or whether there are predators nearby. So even if I were to release it back into the wild, I'm afraid it might not be able to do those sorts of things. What do you think, Kalla? Where does Pomi belong? With you. It seems happy. Oh, I didn't expect to hear my name. So you think it should stay here, with me? I was so focused on getting it back in good health so it could return to the wild, but I didn't even consider that possibility. I mean, it seems attached to you. What do you think about that idea, my little Pomi friend? Oh, it said it. Pomi, it spoke at last! Even without speaking Pokemon language myself, I know that reply means yes. Oh, my dear Kalla, merci so very, very much for all your help with Pomi. All the more reason you should have this. Here, a rare Pokemon for you to raise. A meow. Ah, I'm so happy. Yes, I, Salvatore, will take it upon myself to look after Pomi for good. I will indeed. Okay, yeah, there's that many more. Hey look! It's a Meowth. Galarian Meowth. With its beard. I want that to be somewhere else. I want that to be... it goes in one of the form boxes, but I don't remember where, so it's going to go there. Right. I've obtained the Meowth. And now I would like to go back to the entrance hall and do some more classes. The Weepers will probably be fine. I mean, I was a little bit concerned for their welfare when I was dropping level 1 Weepers in Casa Royale Lake. With all the level, like, 40 stuff. And, like, the Gyarados. What class would I like to say? I would like... I've run out of water again. I drank through that pretty fast. I'm gonna go replenish that. And I'm back. Pomac with Mr. Saguaro. Put away your phones, it's time to begin class. In our last class, I believe we talked about the effects you can get from food on your picnics. You can receive meal powers and even restore HP for all the Pokémon in your party. It is a truly convenient means of healing your Pokémon. Unfortunately, as I'm sure you are aware, it is not suited for use in battles, when you cannot make food, or when you wish to restore HP quickly. In times such as these, you should make use of healing items such as potions, which you can purchase from Pokemarts or the school store. Healing items are immediately effective and can be used any time that you can open your bag. They are, however, consumed after one use. Potions restore 20 HP, Super Potions restore 60 HP, and Hyper Potions restore 120 HP. The pricier the item, the more HP it will restore. Keep in mind how much money you have when you are stocking up on these items. However, unforeseen happenings are an inextricable part of travelling from place to place. Imagine, if you will, the following scenario. You find yourself with injured Pokémon, but you have no potions, you're out of sandwich ingredients, and there are no Pokémon centres nearby. Tell me, Miss Kalla, what should you search for when in a perilous situation with no way to heal your Pokémon? I'd fly to the nearest Pokémon Center. Place with water. Ooh, items on the ground. Let's go with that. Perfectly correct, Miss Kalla. I see you are well learned in survival techniques. If you see something shiny on the ground, it is actually an item that has been dropped there. You may be able to find a restorative item, such as an Oran Berry or a potion in this way. You can use the R button to send out your Pokémon to pick up such items as well. And then there are berries, of course. Berries, by the way, aren't like items from shops. If you let your Pokémon hold one, it will decide on its own when to eat the berry during battle. Letting your Pokémon decide this timing for itself can be quite interesting. At any rate, if you find yourself in need of healing, I suggest you look around for shiny items on the ground. No more coughing. There are other methods you may employ for healing your... but I see the bell demands that topic wait. Our time together has come to an end for today. I bid you all farewell. Next 3. Put away your phones, it's time to begin class. In my last class I taught about HP restoration. However, after class I was asked by several of you about power points, commonly known as PP. When a Pokémon loses all of its HP, it faints and can no longer battle. What then happens to a Pokémon when it loses all of its PP? It starts to struggle. It can't use moves. Except for struggle. Perfectly correct, Miss Kalla. Perhaps you know this from first-hand experience. When a Pokémon runs out of PP, it can no longer use its moves. However, each move has its own store of PP, so you can mitigate PP loss by using a variety of moves rather than just one move repeatedly. If a Pokémon uses all PP for all of its moves, it will only be able to use Struggle, an action that also damages the Pokémon that uses it. In order to avoid this predicament, PP can be restored at Pokémon Centers along with HP. Items such as Ethers and Max Ethers can also be used to restore PP. Be careful not to confuse potions with ethers in the heat of battle. However, ethers are not sold at shops, so you should use them judiciously if you find them. The stronger the move, the lower its maximum PP. Do not waste uses of these moves unless you wish to quickly run out of PP. It is important to find balance in a Pokemon's set of moves. As you can see, HP isn't the only thing you must keep an eye on when adventuring with Pokemon. I hope that you all take care to ensure that your partner Pokemon can perform at their best as you each engage in the treasure hunt. Our time together has come to an end for today. Our next meeting will be an examination day. Be sure to review well in preparation. I will teach. Home economics midterm. The time has come to test how well you have all learned here in my class. Let's begin before the information simmering in your brains from a last-minute cram session fades. Thanks. Which of these is not an effect of a picnic meal? Increasing the speed? Which of the following affects the kind of meal powers received from a particular meal? That would be the fillings and the condiments. Which of these berries restores Pokemon's HP? That's an Oran berry. Leandro wanted his Pokemon to decide on its own when to use the item in battle, so he gave it an Oran berry. This will work as he hopes. True. If a move runs out of PP, it can no longer be used. If a Pokemon runs out of PP for all its moves, it can only sit there in frustration. That's false because it can struggle. The time for answering questions has come to an end. Please stop writing. I hope you were all able to give the examination everything you had. Please remember to ask for your scores at the front desk before leaving for the day. Normally, yes. You mean with the held items and the held berries? Yeah, I mean the Pokemon could get one shot and not have a chance to use it, but How well did I do? Yay! I got them all correct. And I got some XP candies. Now I would like to take the 4th homework course? No. Class. Put away your phones, it's time to begin class. Though some of you had to retake the midterm exam multiple times, I am glad to say that the majority of the class passed without issue. I feel honoured to see that the knowledge and skills indispensable for daily life have taken root in all of you. I trust that you will all work just as hard on your life skills in this second half of our course as well. Let us now turn our attention to the topic of the day, which was inspired by a question I received on the subject of meal powers. The student who asked this question was a young man who enjoys the culinary arts. Is it Arvin? He tells me that he regularly researches culinary techniques on his own and pays careful attention to the ingredients he uses. He also spends day and night studying all aspects of the culinary arts. Okay, probably not Arvin. Yet despite this, he is baffled by his inability to increase the effectiveness of his meal powers. So tell me, Miss Kalla, since you did quite well on your midterm exam, what should oh, it is Arvin. This young man do to increase the effectiveness of his meal powers? Can you increase it by making food with other people? Perfectly correct. I see you are knowledgeable about the culinary arts. That was a guess. To increase the effectiveness of meal powers, your sandwiches must be filled with many different ingredients. Yeah, but not too many that the entire towering pile of them falls off the sandwich and then you don't get the meal powers you're aiming for, which is definitely not a thing that is coming from experience. For a single person, this may prove difficult, but if you prepare a sandwich with others, you'll be able to handle a larger serving of bread. Oh. With a larger base to start with, it becomes quite simple to add more ingredients to your sandwich. Yeah, that would help. Which in turn makes it possible to receive meal powers of increased effectiveness. This applies more broadly as well. When dealing with a difficult issue, working with others to solve that issue may be the best course of action. I'm sure that Arvin will likewise work with friends to craft his sandwiches in the future. The identity of the male student is a matter of privacy, so I would ask that you do not pry too deeply. Our time together has come to an end for today. I bid you all farewell. You thought some more single keys couldn't hurt to get ace. Well done on your SR, even if it wasn't the SR you wanted. Put away your phones, it's time to begin class. While you're out Wow. That was not where my voice was supposed to go. While you're out performing field work with one of your Pokémon walking alongside you, have you ever noticed changes in its coloration? No? No, I don't mean that it suddenly becomes a shiny Pokémon or any nonsense like that. I am speaking of it becoming filthy. Pokémon battle. They get hurt by moves used against them. They get battered by wind and rain. They get covered in sand and mud. Teacher's homework looks like a JoJo character. Yeah, of course it checks out. This is exactly what a JoJo character should be teaching. After all, they know all the things about the fashions. They get, in a word, filthy. I have seen many a trainer walking about with their adorable little Pokémon without addressing this issue. It is deplorable. Let me ask this question of someone who I am sure would not tolerate such shameful conduct. Let's not tell Mr. Saguaro that I only recently even tried to wash my Pokémon. Ah yes, Miss Kalla. What should you do if your Pokémon is dirty? You've only seen someone. I mean, Speedwagon is good. I do agree that Speedwagon is best boy. Pat us on the head. Oh, I mean, that's what I should do with my Pokemon in general, but specifically if it's dirty, clean it up. Perfectly correct. I knew I could count on you to provide me with such an answer. When your Pokemon are dirty, clean them. This is, of course, simply common sense. While you are having a picnic, you can approach a Pokemon on your team and perform a variety of actions. One such action is putting them through what I like to call the Pokemon wash. In other words, you are able to clean them up. You start by getting your sponge lathered up with soapy bubbles as you gently and carefully scrub your Pokemon. Once your Pokemon is nice and covered in soapy bubbles, the bubbles will encapsulate the filth, and then you simply wash it away with a spray of water. This will get your Pokemon clean and shining bright as a Terrajewel. It is certainly quite a bit of work, but this will also restore HP and cure status conditions. I didn't know that. However, some Pokemon have parts of their bodies they don't want scrubbed, or that they would rather not get wet. Be sure to keep this in mind when cleaning your Pokemon. The Dittos and Woopas that I have washed have not had any problems like this. Now, the most important part I must mention is some Pokemon like to be dirty. Though I will contradict myself by saying this, please do remember that cleaning your Pokemon is not always the kind thing to do. Our time together has come to an end for today. I bid you all farewell. I wonder which Pokemon don't like being washed. I guess it would be difficult to wash a Grimer. I mean, it's all filth. Hey, the Gengar's back. Put away your phones, it's time to begin our last class together. Home economics is the study of life's necessities. But looking back on our time together, I realised that I focused almost entirely on food. I hope it is not too late to shift the discussion of clothing, another necessity, in our last class. As I'm sure you're aware, our academy has an air of freedom about it. We provide uniforms for each season to accommodate the diverse climate of Paldea. However, students are free to wear whichever style they please whenever they please. You should all have received 4 sets of tops and bottoms, one each for spring, summer, fall and winter, when the academy accepted you. If by chance you are not aware of this, you may wish to peruse your wardrobe. As long as you wear our school uniform, the rest of your ensemble need not be school issued. This includes your bag or your hat, if you choose to wear one. You're even free to style your hair however you wish. Mr. Salvatore's hairstyle, for example, would almost certainly have been against school rules when I was a boy. That reminds me. There is one thing you all like to decorate, which I must say I find quite charming. A Rotom fence? Perfectly correct. That's the adorable little thing I was speaking of. Oh, it interests me so. I must admit that I am fascinated by Rotom cases and how to customize them. What's that? How very intriguing. So there is a shop called Delibird Presents where you can purchase cases for your Rotom phones. I thank you for that useful bit of information. I shall have to go myself first thing tomorrow to get an adorable case of my own liking. Forgive me, I seem to have gotten a little carried away with this small talk. Ahem. As this class known as Home Economics nears its end, I offer these final words to you who have been honing everyday life skills with me. My field of study is not so decisive as the likes of mathematics, for instance, where test scores might play a part in deciding your future. However, as you go on to cook for yourselves, to take care of your Pokémon, to decide what to wear in the morning when you awaken, I would be honoured if what I've taught you serves to smoothen out and enrich your lives, even if only a little. This sentiment was imparted to me by Mr. Hazel and his particular outlook on such matters. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart for seeing this class through to the end. Our time together has come to a close for today. Prepare to do your best on our final exam. You've never customized your phone? Do you mean the Rotom phone or your IRL phone? Your IRL phone. My IRL phone has a transparent case, so I've taken to putting stickers underneath it. Like, not sticking the stickers to anything, just like putting them under there as just little pictures that I can swap out whenever. And I'm enjoying that. The time has come to test how well you have all learned in my class. What stickers? At the moment, I've got a lion and a little sticker of Princess Craigie from Princess Tutu. I got the Princess Tutu sticker at MegaCon when I went. Let's begin before the information simmering in your brains from a last-minute cram session fails. Okay, which of the following meal powers makes it easier to come across shiny Pokemon? That's Sparkling Power. Which of the following is not an effective Egg Power? That's helping catch strong Pokemon. It's a pretty neat idea. I mean, I came across it quite by accident. When a friend gave me a sticker and I didn't have anywhere to put it to keep it safe, so I was like, I can just put that under my phone's case and then it won't get crumpled or anything. And then I was like, oh, that actually looks kind of good. What is a simple yet important tactic for increasing the effectiveness of meal powers? That's making food with others. The correct answer to take when your adorable Pokemon become dirty? Pokemon wash. Question about Academy rules. Should you change your uniform tops and bottoms to properly match each season? I mean, technically it doesn't matter. So I'm going to answer with that, but I mean, I have. At home wasn't correct, it was with other people. That's what I selected, right? And the time for answering questions has come to an end. Please stop writing. I made the questions a little easier than I planned to, as a way of saying thank you for informing me about the Rotom phone cases. I trust that you all gave this exam everything you had, so that you will not have to retake it. Please remember to ask for your scores at the front desk before leaving for the day. How'd I do? Yay! 5 out of 5. You have now finished all of your classes and passed all of their exams. I have this for you from Director Clevel. Ooh, some large experience candies. Now you can focus all of your efforts on this year's treasure hunt. Be careful out there. Alright. Let's go find some people to chat to. To the school store to see Nimona. I better stock up real good on Pokeballs while I'm here. Oh, find out over that corner. Oh, they're sleeping. Kalla! Oh my gosh, listen to this. Remember that guy from the cafeteria? I ran into him again in the entrance hall, so I asked him to battle, but he said no. He was like, what's the point? You're a champion and a battle whiz, you'd wreck me. I don't get what he meant. I mean, you can have fun battling even if you lose, right? Winning's nice, though. Yeah, I guess so. Obviously, I'd rather win than lose, but I just think it's better to go into things with a losing can be fun too attitude. I mean, yeah, that's true. Man, Pokemon battles can get so complicated sometimes. Oh, I wish he hadn't called me a whiz. I work hard at this stuff. It's not like it all just comes naturally to me. Like, throwing Pokeballs obviously doesn't come naturally to me, for one thing. I think I need a mental reset. I'm gonna go find someone to battle. See you soon, Kalla. Pile of bread dogs. Yes, let's. Oh, look at him! Look at him! Oh, aren't you cute? This one turned to look at me. This one didn't. Let's go see the ones on the. Oh, wait! They moved. It's the same two that were over here earlier. They moved. So there's only 2 bread dogs, and a lot of regular bread. Let's go to the art room to see Penny. Now look at that Staraptor. Ah, that's Penny. Who are you watching over this time, girl? How are you doing, Kalla? I've never been inside the art room before. It smells like paint in here, but in a good way. What brings you here? Well, I'm worried about this rumor that's going around. People are saying Team Star's planning to raid the art room or something. It's probably just rubbish made up by some kids who are still scared of Team Star, though. My friends would never do anything like that, and who'd want to raid the art room anyway? Knock knock, we're coming in! They actually showed up! Wow, this Staraptor is incredible! It looks just like it's about to attack with close combat. Hey, you with the art club or what? Yeah, I am? Don't tell me that rumor was for real! Are they actually going to raid the art room? No, there's no way. They wouldn't. We should just keep watching. So, did you need anything? Yeah, I'm here to ask, you know, if you got any last words, punk? No way! It's a raid! This is literally a raid! Oh, knock it off, Melly! Being shy is one thing, but you can't go around threatening people to cover it up. Right. Sorry, Eri, my bad. So, about your club, the art club, I mean, I was wondering if I could join. Oh, you wanted to ask about club memberships? Shit, you had me scared there. We're open to any students who want to join, but, yes, isn't that great, Melly? Hang on, Eri. This guy's still got something to say. Spit it out, then. I gotta earn my way in, or what? No, it's just... I was hoping I could ask what prompted you to go for the art club, that's all. You asking me why I want to join? Well, if I gotta explain. One of my pals made this outfit for me, these sick boots and everything. I'm big into flame patterns like this, so I want to try and make something like it myself. So yeah, painting! That's what I want to do. I'm a total newbie at it, but... I realized something when I saw that real simple-looking fletchling painting on the wall there. I don't have to be some genius artist, I just want to make art that has its own charm, you know? The fletchling painting? I did that one. That one's yours? I thought it was, like, a finger painting by a kindergartner or something. Yeah, I get that all the time. The president's paintings are real lovable because they're real simple. Everyone says so. Huh? You're the art club president? I can already tell we're going to have a lot of fun in the club together. Could you tell us your name? Your boots are awesome. Can I get a closer look? The name's Mella, and yeah, good eye. My boots are the best. A pal of mine who's a big arts and crafts nerd made them for me. So the raid thing was just a misunderstanding. Well, that's a relief, but wow, I didn't know that Melly wanted to join the art club. I can't wait to see what Melly paints. It better be something amazing, huh? Yeah, I guess. Eri! Wait, were you supposed to be hiding? I was wondering what was going on. You were just kinda hanging out in the open over here. But you don't need to worry anyway. Melly's being too nervous to notice you. Oh, so even Melly gets the jitters sometimes. Trying new things is scary for everyone. That's why I came with her for moral support. But you know, I think she'll be just fine. And she's not the only one doing something new. Carmen and I have started a wrestling club. Melly will have a blast here, I'm sure. So I gotta keep up with her. I'll enjoy the time I have left at the academy as much as I can. Anyway, it was nice bumping into you both. Hasta la vista! Melly and Eri are really putting themselves out there, aren't they? I guess I'll head off too. Hasta la vista! Yeah, it is nice to see Team Star making friends. It's very sweet. I like them. They're good kids. Let's go to the home ec room. Oh, look at that shoulder. Hi, Miss Dendra. Oh, it's new kid. Fancy meeting you here in the home economics classroom. What a coincidence, eh? Likewise. So, well, you see... Ms. Dendra says she's here for intensive training in sandwich making. Oh, well, no use hiding it now. Oh dear, I'm terribly sorry. Were you keeping this a secret? Yeah, Mr. Saguro is not someone to keep your secrets. Well, I mean, not really. But it just doesn't look very cool to openly admit I'm here for intensive training, you know. Understood. I will be more careful in future. Well, new kid, now that you know what I'm up to, I guess you'll just have to help me out with my training here. Try this sandwich. It's the result of my training so far. Miss Dendra's sandwich was soggy and hard to eat. And once again, the taste left much to be desired. That was my meat lover's prosciutto, bacon and chorizo sandwich. How was it? I mean soggy, but that's not one of the options I have here. It's a little meat heavy? Not that I believe that's such a thing. What? You mean there was a problem with my choice of filling? I guess focusing on muscle-building ingredients really did a number on the flavour, huh? Miss Dendra, I believe the simple addition of butter would have done wonders for your sandwich. That would have kept it from getting soggy, I think. Yep. Butter helps protect the bread from getting soggy due to the moisture of the ingredients. It can also work to enhance the sandwich's flavour. Could use some lettuce and grated carrot. I do like grated carrot on a sandwich. When I was at uni and didn't have a lot of money, I used to eat carrot sandwiches. Just margarine and grated carrots. Real cheap. Still tasty. Butter, that makes sense. Thank you for teaching me that tip, Mr. Saguaro. Why didn't you tell me that when I was making the sandwich? Ah, well, you see, when I saw you, I had not realized you had begun your food prep. I thought you were simply trying to destroy my classroom. Well, anyway, you kid, thanks to you and Mrs. Saguaro here, I may be finally getting the hang of this. Thanks for your advice. Alright, who do we have to talk to next? Mrs. Saguaro at the cafeteria. That sounds like a plan. Hello, Miss Kalla of Class 1A. It has been some time since last we met. Are you here to eat as well? Yeah, I'm starving. Ha! Excellent! You shouldn't battle on an empty stomach. I myself am here to survey the student cafeteria, let's say. I am observing the nutritional contents of the food that our students partake of on a regular basis. One item on the menu here that I am particularly interested in is the peanut butter sandwich. It is sweet and quite delicious. Yes, perhaps I will order one right now. You're not a fan of the chef's smile. Yeah, it's a bit toothy. Oh look, it's Mr. Saguaro. He's so fashionable and cool. I guess teachers come to the cafeteria too, huh? Do you think you'll have an egg sandwich? No way, if you get something like this, it'll definitely be something spicy like the 5-alarm sandwich. Ah, he's so cool. He'll definitely get that wild and spicy 5-alarm sandwich. Could I have a 5-alarm sandwich? I do enjoy the thrill of spicy food. I mean, it didn't sound like you did, sir, but sure. You like the idea of the 5-alarm sandwich, huh? I do not. No, have a peanut butter sandwich. Ah, yes! You suggested I have a peanut butter sandwich, Miss Kalla. I suppose I shall have to try one if you insist. That was close. I almost forced myself to order something spicy, my least favourite of flavours. You and me both, Mr. Saguaro. I thank you for restraining me, Miss Kalla. It seems that the students tend to view me as fashionable and cool, or even, dare I say it, exuding a sort of brooding strength. I have a habit of acting in such a way so as not to destroy their image of me. I showed my true colours to you just now without thinking. Please, keep this as a secret between us. Sure. I will keep that as a secret, sir. I need another drink. My throat has not been my friend today. So I need more water to lubricate it. I will be right. Returned. Be careful not to overdo it. Yeah. I will. I mean, I've probably overdone it already. I want to see if I can get through all the things. Where do I want to go? Although it looks like I still have a lot of people to talk to. So I guess I'm not going to get through it all this stream. But I am going to go till 10 now. Hey, Mr. Saguaro. Ah, Miss Kalla. There is something I would very much like to ask for your help with. You need my help? Well, you see, I do not want anyone to overhear this, but I hear rumours of an incredibly sweet condiment that exists somewhere in the Paldea region. I absolutely must experience that ambrosial sweetness for myself. You are the only one who knows of my insatiable sweet tooth. Thus I have no one else I can turn to for help in this matter. I cannot go looking for this condiment myself, lest I destroy the image students have of me. I will repay you for your troubles, of course. Give it some thought if this piques your interest. In the meantime, I will gather what information I can about this incredibly sweet condiment. I will share what I find with you as soon as I have more detailed information. An incredibly sweet condiment, huh? Like whipped cream? Is it whipped cream? I feel like it's probably whipped cream. So the home that room. Oh, apparently Mr. Saguaro is there, despite the fact I could see Mr. Saguaro in the room I was currently in. Miss Kalla, about that matter for which I need your help. I have discovered the name of the incredibly sweet condiment. It is called Sweet Herba Mystica. Oh, of course it was named the Herba Mystica. If you should find it during the course of your treasure hunt, I would be grateful if you would share some with me. But I need that Herba Mystica for shiny hunting sandwiches. Okay, fine. Miss Kalla, have you anything to report about the Sweet Herba Mystica? Yeah, sure, I'll give it to him. So this is a Sweet Herba Mystica. I must create something with it right away. so very sweet. Why, what ambrosial sweetness! It's like a sweeter honey, a much sweeter honey. Yes, as if honey's sweetness were multiplied by 100. Hey, Mr. Saguaro, what you eating? Ah, it smells super sweet, and you look so happy eating it. No, you see, there is a reason for this. You don't look like someone who eats sweets, but that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I've spent my entire life trying to maintain the image others have of me. Ah, yes, but sir, gap moe is a thing. But now I see it as possible to reconcile the difference between my outward appearance and my inner love of sweets. Well then, Miss Kalla, here is a reward for your efforts as promised. A cup for my picnic table. Cup for big-time Pokemon fans. Kids will happily drink out of it. Is the tail of the Slowpoke the handle? Because if it isn't, they have missed a trick. Thanks to you, I was able to have a most delectably sweet experience. Moreover, I even feel that my narrow-minded views have broadened ever so slightly. Please accept my heartiest of thanks. So did that actually take my Herba Mystica? It did. Farewell, sweet Herba Mystica. I'll have to do some more raids. No way! Come on, Miriam, just try it. What's wrong? Oh, great timing, new kid. Just Miriam here won't try the sandwich I made. Oh, duh! I don't want to get a stomachache. You won't. Probably. I still remember that sandwich you made for me with meat filling and meat for bread. That one really messed me up bad. I hadn't trained in the art of sandwich making yet back then. I was young and thoughtless and... Young and thoughtless? It was last month! So, as you can see, I'm not getting anywhere trying to persuade her. Even after I went through that intensive sandwich making training, it kind of makes me sad. She went through intensive sandwich making training? She worked really hard at it. I guess I have no choice if you've got one of our cute little students on your side. I mean, I still don't recommend you eat it, but, you know. So fine, I'll try your sandwich, let's see it. Yes, I knew you'd come around. Here it is. It's a little strongly flavoured, but I guess it's not bad. Woohoo! My training paid off! I'm so glad my sandwich pleases the great Nurse Miriam. I look up to you, you know. Thank you for trying it, and thanks to you too, new kid. Welcome back, Rodion. And she's run off again. That was weird. But that's just how Miss Dendra is, I guess. She's always coming into the nurse's office with some injury or other too. Which makes sense, because she's the battle instructor. The school store. Oh, ghost, new kid. You here to do a little shopping? Yep. The school store's a nice place. They've got everything you need right here. I'm here to check out the sandwiches they've got for sale. The school store's sandwiches taste great and have excellent nutritional balance too. You're not making your own? I guess I'm just not used to it yet. All that training kind of wore me out. I achieved my goal anyway, so I'm going to take a break from sandwich making for a bit. Oh right! I didn't tell you what my goal was. I wanted to pay Nurse Miriam back for everything she does for me. It was my way of saying thanks. She's so nice and so skilled at what she does, I really look up to her. I wanted to try sandwich making so I could be skilled at doing something for other people, like she is, but I guess I wasn't cut out for it. What I am cut out for though was being full of energy, so I decided to focus on that instead. Like I said in class, I think people in Pokemon should make their strong points stronger. You really helped me out, new kid. Take this as my way of saying thanks. 10 bottles of protein. Alright then, what should I go with today to get my protein in? Of course she gave us protein. Feels like... Oh, there's Mr. Hassel there. We've got to do the whole chain for Mr. Hassel, right? I really want to get all these done today. There's not too many left. Probably. Hello there, Kalla. I try to visit the schoolyard from time to time. It's good to see young ones with so much energy and vigour. You think so? Oh yes, indeed. Just watching is enough to make even an old man like me feel more alive. Master Hassel, might I have a word? You, what are you doing here? I have told you many times not to bother me here at the academy. Yet I am bound to come. Our family's future is of paramount importance. It was good speaking with you, Kalla. Something important has come up, so I must excuse myself now. Let us discuss this matter elsewhere. Come. Let's go to the classroom and talk to Nimona. There you are, Kalla. I had a feeling you'd turn up if I hung out here for a while, and lo and behold, I was right. Well, now that I've found you, we should swing by my room and have a chat. Ooh, Nimona's room, huh? Pile of boxes with Pokemon on them. Ta-ta-ta-cha! Welcome to the Zone of Nimona! It's so tidy. Oh, wait a second. I know we've been to your room before. But have I never had you over here? Wild. Anyway, listen, Kalla. You know how I really like Pokemon battles? Like, really, really like them? Yep, yeah, sure do. Cool. And yeah, you know when you really like something, you dive in deep? That's what I did with Pokemon battles, and I just kind of became a champion. But then I found out that's pretty special, but normally it's not so simple for most people. People would tell me to my face that I'd only managed it because I have some innate gift, or because I was raised differently or whatever. And suddenly I started to feel like there was this invisible wall between me and everyone else. So I started going easy when I battled my friends. I just wanted everyone to have fun. Oh, but don't worry, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going 100% all out. Especially since I'm lucky enough to have an opponent around who can beat me even when I'm on full hardcore mode. So just promise me one thing, okay, Kalla? Promise me you'll always stay my equal. You and me, true rivals. Yeah, that's what friends are for. You're the best, Kalla, thank you. Oof, that got pretty personal. A little bit embarrassed over here. Anyway, since we're equals, I gotta start having you over as much as we hang out in your room. Feel free to bust in on the Zona Nemona whenever you want. And get ready for the Academy Ace tournament, because I'm gonna stomp you this time. Yeah, Nemona, yeah. Sure you are. Oh, is that boxes of Pokémon food? Given that there's the same thing on this bag as there is there. 1D. To go see Penny. Oh, nope. That's I wasn't trying to go to a different place. Ugh. Oh, hey, Kalla. Welcome to my classroom. All the students here are in the STEM track, just like me. So, there's something I want to talk to you about. But not here. Let's go somewhere where we can talk in private. Is it your dorm room? It's covered in evolutions, and also it's a tip. This is my room. Make yourself at home. It's nice and cozy in here. I know, right? Being surrounded by my VVs and figurines is my kind of heaven. Anyway, you must be wondering why I brought you here. It's about my Team Star friends. They really mean the world to me. I love them all so much that I got scared that they weren't going to fit in okay or be happy at school. That's why I've been sort of spying on them since they came back. But it turns out I didn't need to worry, they're already having a great time. And now I feel bad that I didn't have it in me to believe in them in the first place. They've all grown up so much, but I haven't changed since Operation Starfall. I'm still scheming up ways to fix things by myself instead of having a little faith. It's only natural you'd worry about them, they're your friends. You think so? That's a normal thing for friends to do? I feel better after talking it out with you, Kalla, thanks. And I want you to know that you're a really important friend to me too. That goes for Nemona as well, and even Arvin and Miraidon. You know, I don't normally like having people in my room. Mood. But you're an exception. Stop by for a chat or whatever anytime. Till our next confab then. Hasta la vista! I mean, like, I would say this room is more like mine than Nemona's, but, that's a whole bunch of takeaway containers that have not been thrown in the bin. This is messier than my house. This is so much messier than my house. Like, this bit! I like this bit. This bit, no. Oh, look at the little Umbreon. It's all glowing. I love Umbreon. Let's go see Alvin. I was focusing so hard I didn't even notice you, bud. I know. Pretty rare to see me actually studying, right? But I'm at a pretty good stopping point. How about we take a break? I could use a change of scenery. Ah, Alvin's room. He has extended his kitchen. That is a lot of potatoes and carrots and onions. What do you think? Welcome to Shearwater. Well, Shearwater and Mabberstiff, really. It really screams Alvin. Yeah, I know, right? Wait, what screams Alvin to you? The extension you made to your kitchen and all of the food. Anyway, about the reason you saw me studying in the classroom like that. I went back and read the pages about the Herba Mystica in the Violet Book again. It made me remember how things were back when Mabberstiff was all weak and everything. I couldn't seem to do anything to help him, and boy, it sure didn't feel good. Of course, I'm really glad I was able to find all the Herba Mystica together with you. There's gotta be other people who are still suffering the same way I was back then, worrying about their Pokemon that are sick or hurt. So I don't laugh, okay? I've decided that I'm going to become a cook. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I'm gonna make super healthy food, bursting full of the stuff Pokemon need to feel great. I'm sure you can pull it off. Yeah, and thanks. I knew I could count on you to be all supportive like that. The culinary world might be a bit different, but I swear, I'm gonna be just as famous as my dad. So I guess I can close the book on my little hunt to find myself. It's time to start a new chapter. One that's all about working towards my new dream. And hey, feel free to stop by my room anytime. Mabberstiff will always be glad to see you. I'm sure he will. Look at the buddy. He's all fluffy. So fluffy, the buddy. But yeah, look at all this cooking stuff. Look at all this produce. There are so many carrots. I wonder what's in the box underneath the carrots. Is it more carrots? I guess we'll never know. Alright. It's just Mr. Hassel now, I think. Time to find out what that dragon trainer wanted with him, I guess. Hope they use all of it before it spoils, right? Like, I have so much difficulty sometimes using all the potatoes and carrots I have before they go kind of soft and squishy and start growing bits. Right. There he is. There's Mr. Hassel. But part of the problem is that carrots here are sold in these in these plastic bags, but you really shouldn't leave them in there because they just kind of get damp. So I've actually ordered some little containers to put them in my fridge, so that hopefully they won't. Hopefully. But yeah, because they sweat so much in those plastic bags. Oh, why hello there, young Kalla. I'm sorry, I was lost in thought and didn't notice your approach. I feel I must again apologise for what transpired in the schoolyard. Yeah, that's fine. Ah, that is very magnanimous of you. That woman who showed up is a dragon tamer, and a relative of mine, I might add. You see, I come from a very long line of trainers who specialise in dragon-type Pokémon. There was a child in our family who was expected to stand at its head and lead it to greatness. But the young lad, rebellious little fellow that he was, ran away from home one day. He made quite a show of it too, swearing he'd make a living with music. A lot happened since then, and now he's the art teacher and elite form member before you. Yeah, I guessed. After I so rudely took my leave during our last conversation, my dear relative encouraged me to give up teaching and return home at last. I've been told that the current leader of my family, that is to say my father, is in poor health. Oh, but I do apologise. Perhaps I was not cut out for teaching after all. What sort of teacher grumbles on and on at his own student? I don't like either of these options. I don't like Mr. Hassel. You're a great teacher! Ah, my dear Kalla, you have no idea how much your words mean to me. Thank you. Thank you so very much. I mean, you're a hassle, Mr. Hassel. He's in the art room. Appropriate. Why, hello there, Kalla. You always seem to appear at the most crucial of moments. The most crucial of moments? Well, you see... Master Hassel, I am here to collect you. So I see. I'm glad you've finally made up your mind about taking your place as leader of the family. Well, it is indeed true that I have made up my mind. I have made up my mind to continue teaching here at the academy. How could you? Oops, I accidentally pressed A. I'm gonna wait for my little YouTube preview to show me what that line was. Are you saying you don't care? Okay, I didn't even see it enough on there. I'm saying that I have other priorities. Have a look around at the art decorating this room, would you? The children here are letting their senses, their perceptiveness grow freely. I do not wish to say that protecting our family's ancient bloodline is of no importance. I simply wish to see young talent blossom and grow into the future. It just seems so much more fun to me, if I'm being honest. What utter nonsense! And yet, your fearless, unflinching commitment to that nonsensical vision proves that you're worthy of carrying the will of the dragons, Master Hassel. I will not give up. I will come as many times as I need in order to change your mind. Oh, by all means, my door is open. I think you'll soon find you've met your match in stubbornness. You thought I could be cowed by some story spun up about my father's deteriorating health. I am not so easily fooled. I will return another day. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I was so very close to resigning my post as teacher and returning to my home. But the students here gave me courage to say no. That includes you, Kalla. Your words truly brought me strength. You're welcome. I cannot think of a way I can possibly repay my debt to you, young ones. Take this, if you will, insufficient as it may be in expressing the full breadth of my gratitude. 50 Dragon Terror Shards. Yay! Now then, let it be clear to all. I, Hassel, will continue my chosen path as instructor to the youths of our world. Good for you, Mr. Hassel. I'm going to leave now. Oh. No, it just said new. Alright. There is no one here to talk to me, which means that I am done. I am done with everything that goes on at the school. And since I am done with everything that goes on at school, I'll end the stream here. And I think the next time you'll see me with this game is when the DLC comes out. So, look forward to that, I guess. And thank you for watching today. It's been fun. Even if I may have overstressed my throat a little bit. If you're new here and you've enjoyed your time, please consider subscribing to the channel. You can also follow me on social media, which is linked below. Streaming schedule is posted both here on YouTube in the community tab and also over on social media. And the next scheduled stream is Sunday, 2 PM, and that is going to be the finale, I believe, for Layton's Mystery Journey, Catriel and the Millionaire's Conspiracy. So, hope to see you then or another time. Once again, thanks for coming, and this is Kalla signing out. See ya! Bye bye!